The next loaded
Yeah.
question.
I think this one is a lighter one, I guess. Oh, if you hear any bow wow wow, that's my dog. I think, you know.
Wow, wow,
Aw.
wow, 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 wow.
Bow wow wow wow. So the question is, how do you know whether someone is your true friend? I've been having difficulties trusting people and developing genuine relationship, partly due to the betrayals that my past friends did and shitty things that people did to me. I lost faith in human relationship and isolated myself. But I've been trying to overcome my fear and insecurity to develop more genuine relationship. The genuine relationship. But the question is, how do I know whether someone is a good and trustworthy friend? Should I trust my instincts or should I give people a try? As in, if I am interested in someone, should I hang out with them and see how it goes? If so, what qualities make a good and trustworthy friend?
I feel like the title and the final question are two very different questions.
Yeah. I suppose so. I can relate to having issues like, oh god, there's an airplane. Sorry. I can relate to having issues with trusting people. I struggle to make like any kind of like friendships or relationships a lot because I just don't really, I don't know. Like I think I'm too cautious, I guess.
The communication again is a big play here.
True.
Yeah.
Buka also said on the chat that ability to communicate honestly without being rude or taking everything personally. Also respecting boundaries. I should say read it that way because it's caps lock when they're expressed.
Yeah. Respect boundaries. If someone doesn't want to have their hand held, don't hold their hand. If someone doesn't want to be hugged, don't hug them.
True.
If someone wants you to talk in a quieter voice, talk in a quieter voice. Like
Yes.
People have issues and you should respect those issues.
Yeah. I feel like friendships or any relationship in general, really, should be about communication, mutual respect, setting boundaries, all that kind of stuff. Because it's important so that like two people can be like awesome, great people, but they still might accidentally like hurt each other if they don't express like their personal like needs and boundaries with each other.
Exactly.
Flip mentioned that if he has an issue, he usually quiets down. I feel like
Okay, well that's shutting down. That's a response. It's a human response. It's like fight, flight, or freeze. It freeze.
Yeah, I tend to do that too.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's really difficult to get out of the habit of just not really communicating what you need, you know?
In a way, it's tough because maybe communicating needs feel like, oh, am I being troublesome? You know?
Yeah.
But at
like,
the same
I never
time,
want to...
I mean, but then it builds up and then you
Yeah,
have a giant
snowballs.
conversation with a lot of feelings involved at the end of it. Like it's better to get the little things out of the way quickly than to just let it build.
Yeah.
Yeah, losing friends over things that you don't communicate well is a bit
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And I think this question also, I feel like knowing, like for OP, right, knowing their values and like beliefs beforehand before they go out there and find new friends is important.
Like
Yeah.
making friends in the VTuber community, I feel like it's like going through all of this again, because obviously I've met you guys and I fucking love you guys. Like you're like
Ow.
you're my
Aw,
guys,
thank
my
you.
buddies. Like, give you a noogie on the head, but like we all have a lot of like a lot in common. Like Snail and I both have the transgender experience and blah 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 blah. And Meli and I are both gossipy little bitches.
Oh no! True colors! Ah!
like we just click. We all just click, and that is a part of making friends. I feel like if you click with someone, you should see how things go. But sometimes you'll click with someone, and they'll be a creep, or they will just have things that bother you, or sometimes if you see red flags, just heighten the wall a little bit more.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned about like knowing your own belief and values, because sometimes what we see as red flags are not red flags to others, you know. And like if it match with your friend, it's good, but if it's not, you know, I mean, it's not like you need to ditch your friend just because your values don't align. Though, like, yeah, I do have difficulty with, like, I think I mentioned it in previous streams that I have this tendency to see things in a black and white way. So if I see something annoying from someone, I immediately, everything they do, even though it's white, it becomes like 50 shades darker.
You have the full 50 shades.
Yeah, and like I'm still working on like processing it, like, oh yeah, they can be gray and they are still nice people, so like, you know, I can still at least be, I don't know, co-workers basis, if you know what I mean.
It can also be the just the fact of like they do one bad thing and suddenly just them existing is annoying.
Yes.
Yeah. It kind of like
So,
taints your image of them.
Yeah, like even just them going like coming up to you and saying hi, you'll be nice, and then you go away and be like, hi, like me.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Like it happens. It's not good, but it happens.
It's immature.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very called out right now.
Like, okay. I have someone at my IRL job who annoys me quite a bit because she did a couple things that really offended me and like really annoyed me and made me angry. And she sometimes like we still butt heads, but oh god. But a little bit. Ignore me. I still butt heads, but like I still find her really annoying. Even if we can get along still. Like she'll still crack jokes and I still find her funny, but
It's tough. Yeah, like Flip mentioned on the chat that coworkers can honestly really make a job better or worse, which is true.
Absolutely. Very, very true. The people you're around.
Oh yeah, there's been plenty of people like throughout
Hello, thank you for the
my
follow.
schooling years that I've found extremely annoying, and I find a lot of people annoying. I don't know why. I think there's something wrong with me. I'll get like a bad vibe of someone that I meet for like the first time, and I immediately am like, I don't like you. I don't know why, but then they kind of like do things that I genuinely find annoying afterwards. So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the vibe reading thing. Yeah, sometimes on the first meeting, on the first handshake, I immediately know if I can get along with this person or not. And then like,
yeah, I mean, you trust your gut. Trusting your gut is probably one of the.
I guess.
Yeah.
But sometimes when it's at work or like, let's say it's your partner's friend and stuff, you cannot just be like, okay, fuck it, I'm out, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. If it's someone you have to spend a lot of time with, regardless, because you just kind of have to. Sometimes you have to suck it up, unfortunately.
Yeah, sometimes people that you're friends with have friends that you don't quite like, but honestly, being mature is being able to be in the same room as them, and still, and still be nice. You don't have to like people.
Yeah, and
nice.
I feel like I'm still learning it, but I feel like, you know, in the end, when we are annoyed by people, we are the one who experience the whole symptoms of anger, you know, like tenseness and stuff. And in the end, it's not beneficial for us. So, if you cannot do it for others, let's try to do it for ourselves. It's what I try to get. But it's true, like anger is very addictive, I would say.
It is, yeah.
Right.
It's a very big feeling, and as soon as you're out of confrontation, you're like, where can I get more? And like that could
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I left high school and I was away from all the confrontation, I didn't really know what to do with myself for a while. Because I didn't have anyone to fight. I wasn't fighting for my right to exist. So I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, it's calm. How do I deal with this?
Yeah.
True. I'm like, true friend, huh?
True friend.
This
I
is
don't know
like
how to-
similar to like when people on romantic sense is like, how do I know if this person is my soulmate?
Yeah, well, okay. If you're willing to date a person, I think they're a true friend. But also, platonic relationships are quite important besides romantic.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good foundation.
Absolutely.
And anyone on the aromantic spectrum will also. This is a big conversation that you had with yourself in middle school, probably.
Yeah.
That platonic relationships are just as fulfilling, and you don't need a romantic relationship sometimes.
Yeah.
So with a platonic relationship, if you want to hang out with them, if you think about them, even when they're not around, like a lot of these things are gonna sound like I'm listing the symptoms of being in love, but it's honestly very similar.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I can kind of speak on this because I am, at least I'm still somewhat figuring it out. But
Yeah.
I'm on the aromantic
It's
spectrum
always a struggle.
despite having two partners, so I completely understand it.
Yeah, like sometimes you just really like someone platonically, you know? It doesn't always have to be romantic. Because trust me, I've confused them quite a bit, like especially like during middle school. I don't think I'm able to really feel any romantic feelings towards anybody. I think I just really like people as friends, and I think that's enough for me. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's
I think it's good that way.
And like talking in romantic sense, I actually try to read this. Basically, there's this I would say he's a professor. You know what? I'll Google it. I don't wanna mention names and be wrong.
might be some kind of doctor or scientist.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So basically, he's a therapist. Too. He's and they actually make this as husband and wife. So he's a psychologist and professor. And then his wife is also basically they do research on what makes a relationship like marriage specifically work in the long run. And they
Like
always
a
mention it.
Study on
Right.
relationship.
Yeah, they always like mention it time and time again that deep friendship is the foundational level of it. It's Dr. Gottman. I don't know if married people in the chat know of him. His books are great. His wife is chill and funny. Recommended. Even in long-term relationship or like early dating stage, I feel like having this knowledge from this guy is always good. So yes.
Yeah, even applying that to normal relationships, normal friendships is still good. Like, obviously you have friends where it's like you're just an acquaintance where like you could probably hang out with them randomly, but like there will be relationships that are a bit like more intense, like more intensive, where you want to hang out with them all the time. Like friendship itself is a spectrum as well. And like you have your outer circle and your inner circle, and then you have your partners, your family. Like there's so many levels to human connection.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because it's human. It's always like related to human emotion, which is already in itself complex, and you add more complexities to that. So it's really something that's difficult to get an absolute definition on, because every single human being on Earth is different in some way or another.
Everyone will
So
have a
there's
different definition of what's good and what's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you just find the people that match yours, like the definition of the might
Yeah.
match yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you look hard enough, you'll find your people. That's how it. I mean, that's
Exactly.
kind of how I ended up here, anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
Just
don't
your
forget to
side,
stay true to yourself in the process as well.
Mm.
of
Put
course,
yourself
yeah.
forward. Put your true self forward.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Although there are those people that like they'll put forward a persona and they're different when you talk to them.
Mm.
Yeah, that is true.
Like it can be a good thing, like someone's shy, but when you get them talking, they're all really fun and excitable. But it can also be a bad thing where like they're nice on the
Yeah.
outside and you talk to them,
And
they're actually an
then-
asshole.
True.
Yeah.
But that's when again communication, and if that doesn't work, that's when you step away from them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, personalities just don't match. So, like, it's okay to, like, move on, you know. I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
OP's way of seeing friendship is a bit, like, you know, true friend means
Black and
that
white.
it will stick forever, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
But people change.
Mm.
So, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Not everything lasts forever,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is
Like
sad.
the way-
but that's true.
Yeah.
But that's what makes
the
it
way I
precious,
see
too,
it-
you know.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, everything in the universe really changes no matter what.
Mm.
So, but sometimes it's okay to just accept that, I feel like. You
Mhm.
know? Because everything's always moving, everything's always like getting older. Some things are new, some things are old.
Yeah.
Everything has like a timeline to it,
Mm.
in a sense, I guess. You know, so like everything changes, but I feel like it's okay for things to change,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
I think there is this other concept in like romantic relationship that can be applied to friendship too. It's
Mhm.
the fact that like basically it's like we are vases, like flower vase, you know, the ceramic one. And then like
Mm.
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
okay, it's a mishmash of things I read, so like it might not make sense, but I believe in like, you know, sometimes we can break each other's trust in the smallest of things.
Mm.
Yeah.
And like how we mend it matters. That's why there's this whole concept of kintsugi and stuff in Japanese where you mend it with gold and stuff.
Yeah.
It always looks so beautiful.
Yeah. And shit, I lost my train of thoughts. But yeah.
Well, I get what you mean. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is
the-
this ratio thing that I learned, like, you know, how we are not 100% good or 100% bad, but as long as your friend or your partner is like 80% good and 20% bad, you can always stick to that 80%. And we as a person also, like, when we treat other people, we should be like 80% good, because want it or not, that 20% will come leaking out, you know what I mean? Yes. I feel like that is important to remember as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spell kintsugi correctly, Puka.
Good
It's like,
job. Very
in a
proud of
way,
you.
in a way, how do I say this? Like, maybe OP needs to know what quality does OP have that makes him or her be a good friend to begin with, and you know everything will follow suit. Yes.
Yeah.
You also gotta ask, like, what are you looking for as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intentions.
Like, what do
are
you want in a friend?
Yeah.
I suppose is a good question to ask yourself.
Yeah, similar to romantic relationship in general, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That they're kind of like connected together.
Yeah.
It's like the key word is relationship.
Yeah.
The
Talking to
keyword is
someone
a
in
ship.
some way. A ship. Relation.
On a ship.
On a ship. We're all sailors at
We're
sea.
sailing, boys.
We're sailing.
We're going in.
All right.
I put on a cowboy voice for that. I don't know why I did.
Your Texas self is leaking out.
No, my soul.
Excuse you, soul.
I guess so.
Should we
Okay.
go to the next one?
Yes, next question.